You wake up at 3 a.m. with your jaw so tight it aches. You haven't thought about that person in weeks, or so you thought. But your body remembers something your mind tried to move on from. Your molars are grinding your enamel down because somewhere beneath your conscious awareness, your nervous system is still bracing for the conversation that never came, the apology that was promised but shattered into nothing, the aftermath of being in proximity to someone who treated your existence like an inconvenience. You lie there in the dark, confused by the pain, reaching for explanations that make sense. Maybe it's stress. Maybe it's your posture. Maybe it's just nothing. But it is not nothing. That ache in your shoulders, that knot in your stomach, that exhaustion that settles into your bones even when you've done nothing physically demanding. Your body is not malfunctioning. Your body is translating. It is sending you the most honest message you will receive all day. And most empaths have been trained to ignore it, override it, overwrite it, overwrite it. Here's what nobody tells you. Every unexplained physical symptom in a sensitive body is a translation of emotional data your conscious mind has not yet processed. And once you learn to read this language, you will understand yourself in a way that therapy alone cannot reach. If this channel has helped you understand yourself even a little better, please hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps more people find this content who need it. Today, I want to walk you through what your body has been trying to tell you. Not the shallow explanation, the real one. The one rooted in neuroscience, in the biology of empathy, in the documented effects of chronic emotional activation on the physical form. This is not about being fragile. This is about being extraordinarily perceptive in a world that was not designed for people who feel everything this deeply. And what you are about to learn may change how you respond to your own pain forever. Here's what most people misunderstand about physical pain in empathic bodies. They think the body is the problem. They go to doctor after doctor, searching for structural damage, for something visible on a scan, for proof that something is medically wrong. And often, the tests come back clear, and the pain persists. And they start to wonder if they are losing their mind. But your body is not broken. Your body is a precision instrument, and it has been collecting data that your conscious mind has not yet integrated. Here's the neuroscience behind it. Mirror neurons are the reason you physically feel what others feel. This is not metaphor. This is documented neurological reality. When someone in your vicinity experiences stress, your own stress hormones elevate. When someone around you is in emotional distress, your nervous system literally adopts a portion of their emotional signature. You are not just imagining the heaviness. You are neurologically absorbing it. Now, most people can compartmentalize this. They can mentally separate their experience from others. But for the empath, that membrane is nearly permeable. You do not just hear about someone's trauma. You feel it settle into your chest cavity like it belongs to you. And your body, brilliant and overwhelmed, processes this emotional data the only way it knows how, through physical symptoms. That headache after being around certain people? Not dehydration. That wave of nausea before a family gathering? Not anxiety disorder. That chronic lower back pain that no physical therapist can resolve? Not just muscular. Your body is translating accumulated emotional weight into physical sensation because that is the only language it has been given to speak. Here's where it gets really interesting. Empaths often develop physical symptoms in response to people who are not even actively doing anything obviously harmful. There is no screaming, there is no obvious abuse, but something in the interaction is off, and your body knows it before your brain catches up. This is where the real danger begins. The danger of dismissing yourself, of overriding the signal, of forcing yourself back into proximity with people who drain you because you cannot articulate why you feel drained. Think of your nervous system like a smoke detector. When there is actual smoke, it screams at you. But in empathic bodies, the smoke detector is calibrated to extremely high sensitivity. It detects not just open flames, but the first whisper of combustion, the chemical change in the air that precedes visible fire. And when you are surrounded by people who are quietly combusting, people who are manipulative, who are one-sided in their emotional demands, who perform victimhood while draining you of energy, your detector goes off, repeatedly, constantly. But because the threat is not obvious to others, you start to doubt your own alarm. You think, maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe I am imagining it. Maybe something is medically wrong with me. And here is the truth. Nothing is medically wrong with you. Something is spiritually and emotionally wrong with the dynamic you are in, and your body is the only part of you brave enough to name it. That tightness in your throat when you are around a certain person, that is your body constructing a physical barrier, trying to stop you from saying something you have been trained not to say. That sudden fatigue the moment you walk through your front door, that is your system recognizing safety and finally allowing itself to collapse because you have been holding yourself in a braced position for hours. But here is the twist. The pain your body holds is not only from present circumstances. This is where it gets really interesting for those who have been on this healing path for a while. Empaths often carry physical pain that predates any current relationship or situation. Pain that seems to have no origin story in their present life. Pain that flares up during specific seasons, in specific environments, in proximity to certain types of emotional expression, even when the conscious memory of the original wound has been worked through in therapy. This is integrated trauma. And here is what the research tells us. Trauma is not only stored in the mind, it is stored in the body, in the nervous system, in the muscle tissue, in the fascial lines that run through your physical form like rivers of accumulated experience. When you were repeatedly dismissed as a child, your body learned that your voice was not safe to use. That tension in your jaw, that chronic tightness in your neck, it is not a coincidence. It is your body still bracing for the moment when you speak your truth and are invalidated again. When you experienced betrayal in a significant relationship, your body encoded that, the gut-wrenching, the heart palpitations, the sense that your core was physically shaken. Your nervous system recorded it like a seismograph recording an earthquake. And even years later, when your conscious mind has processed and forgiven and moved forward, your body still carries the seismic memory. Here's a fun fact that genuinely blew my mind when I first encountered it. The vagus nerve, which runs from your brainstem through your neck, heart, lungs, and digestive system, is the primary regulator of your fight or flight response and your social engagement system. And it is directly connected to your capacity to process emotional and relational data. When this nerve is in a chronic state of activation, which happens to empaths who have been in prolonged high-emotion environments, it creates a cascade of physical symptoms that mainstream medicine often treats in isolation rather than as a unified signal system. Your body is not sending you random signals. It is sending you a coordinated message about your relational environment and your accumulated emotional history. And learning to read that message is one of the most transformative practices an empath can develop. And here's the truth nobody tells you. You are not sick because you feel too much. You are not broken because your body keeps score when your mind tries to forgive. You are not dramatic because physical pain follows emotional moments like a shadow follows a body. Your body is the most loyal friend you have ever had. It never lies, it never performs, it never tells you what you want to hear. It simply reflects back the truth of what you have absorbed, what you have carried, what you have been asked to hold that was never yours to carry in the first place. Every ache is data. Every pain is translation. Every unexplained symptom is your body asking you to look at something you have been avoiding. Not because you are weak, but because you are so strong that you have been absorbing and surviving and translating for so long that you forgot the translation was not your identity. It was your warning system. And it was trying to tell you to get out, to get away, to protect yourself, to choose you. That is not fragility. That is sovereignty trying to be born. That is not a disorder. That is discernment trying to save your life. So here is what I want to leave you with today. When your body speaks, do not reach for a pill to silence it. Do not reach for an explanation that requires your pain to be imaginary. Reach for a quiet moment. Place your hand on the place that hurts and ask it what it has been holding for you. Ask it who you have been trying to please. Ask it what conversation you have been avoiding. Ask it where you have been overriding yourself. Your body has been waiting for you to listen. Not to fix, not to override, just to listen. Which symptom, which ache, which tightness, which unexplained exhaustion has your body been trying to tell you about? Leave it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want you to know, if this message reached you, it was meant for you. You are not too much. You are exactly sensitive enough. And your body has been fighting for you in ways you are only now beginning to understand. If you know someone whose body has been speaking and who has been drowning in their own pain, share this with them. Not for me, for them. Because they deserve to know that their physical experience is not evidence of their weakness. It is evidence of their extraordinary capacity to feel. And that capacity has been weaponized against them for too long. You are not alone in this. And your body never, ever lies.